COVID-19 vaccines help our bodies develop immunity to the virus that causes COVID-19 without us having to get the illness. Different types of vaccines work in different ways to offer protection, but with all types of vaccines, the body is left with a supply of quote-unquote memory T lymphocytes as well as B lymphocytes that will remember how to fight that virus in the future. It typically takes a few weeks for the body to produce T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes after vaccination. Therefore, it is possible that a person could be infected with the virus that causes COVID-19 just before or just after vaccination and then get sick because the vaccine did not have enough time to provide protection. Types of vaccines. There are three main types of COVID-19 vaccines that are or soon will be undergoing large-scale Phase 3 clinical trials in the United States. mRNA vaccines contain material from the virus that causes COVID-19 that gives our cells instructions for how to make a harmless protein that is unique to the virus. After our cells make copies of the protein, they destroy the genetic material from the vaccine. Our bodies recognize that the protein should not be there and build T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes that will remember how to fight the virus that causes COVID-19 if we are infected in the future. Protein subunit vaccines include harmless pieces, proteins, of the virus that cause COVID-19 instead of the entire germ. Once vaccinated, our immune system recognizes that the proteins do not belong in the body and begins making T lymphocytes and antibodies. If we are ever infected in the future, memory cells will recognize and fight the virus. Vector vaccines contain a weakened version of a live virus, a different virus than the one that causes COVID-19, that has genetic material from the virus that causes COVID-19 inserted in it. This is called a viral vector. Once the viral vector is inside our cells, the genetic material gives cells instructions to make a protein that is unique to the virus that causes COVID-19. Using these instructions, our cells make copies of the protein. This prompts our bodies to build T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes that will remember how to fight the virus if we are infected in the future. Most COVID-19 vaccines require more than one shot. All but one of the COVID-19 vaccines that are currently in Phase 3 clinical trials in the United States use 2 shots. The first shot starts building protection. A second shot a few weeks later is needed to get the most protection the vaccine has to offer. One vaccine in Phase 3 clinical trials only needs 1 shot. How vaccines compare. The Pfizer and BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine is an RNA virus genetic code which requires 2 injections 21 days apart. It is 90% effective and must be stored at -75 degrees Celsius. The Mrna COVID-19 vaccine is also an RNA virus genetic code which requires 2 injections 4 weeks apart. It is 95% effective and must be stored at -20 degrees Celsius for up to 6 months. Meanwhile, the flu vaccine is an inactivated virus that requires an annual injection. It is 40 to 60% effective and is stored at 2 degrees to 8 degrees Celsius. And the MMR vaccine is a live attenuated vaccine that requires 2 injections at least 28 days apart. It is 97% effective against measles and rubella and 88% effective against mumps. It also is stored at 2 degrees to 8 degrees Celsius. Here are the similarities and differences in the COVID-19 vaccines. Pfizer versus Moderna. Pfizer is stored at -94 degrees Fahrenheit and is for ages 16 and up. Moderna is stored at -4 degrees Fahrenheit and is for ages 18 and up. But here are the similarities. Both vaccines require 2 doses, are mRNA based, are effective across all genders and races, and are effective up to 95%. We don't force people to get vaccinated, but getting vaccinated is one of many steps you can take to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Protection from COVID-19 is critically important because for some people, it can cause severe illness or death. Stopping a pandemic requires using all the tools available. Vaccines work with your immune system, so your body will be ready to fight the virus if you are exposed. COVID-19 vaccination is a safer way to help build protection. Thank you for watching this presentation.